Hey everybody, good evening. Just throwing a message out there on Facebook right now, letting everybody know I'm currently live. We'll wait just a couple minutes, let everybody get in. What we're going to do tonight, we're going to be looking at a short update from Gary Lezak on the LRC and what we can expect here over the next week or two. We're also going to be doing an update on the potential for severe weather for tomorrow night. So anyway, I'm going to wait a couple minutes, let everybody that wants to get in. Looks like we just got a couple in right now. Chat should be working, so if anybody has any questions on the right side, please feel free to throw out a question if you have any. Again, we're just going to be listening to a short clip from Gary Lezak and the LRC, and then give an update on the potential for severe weather for Wednesday night into early Thursday morning. We got a few in here in the room right now. And for those that come in the middle, or if you get a phone call and have to step away, this will be on my YouTube page. You can go back and rewatch this if there's a piece maybe that you missed. We will be having that on my YouTube page, and also I'll be posting a link of the video on Facebook. So 8:03, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to listen to Gary Lezak give a brief update on the LRC and what we can expect over the next few weeks as far as long-range forecasting.
I'm Weather 2020 meteorologist Gary Lezak. Good afternoon on this April 17th update. I just got back from a trip through Colorado, through California. In Lake Tahoe, they have so much snow. Let me show you how the pattern is right on schedule and what it means for your area. Thank you for becoming members. We have 40 new members. Let's take a look and see what's going on right now as we take a look at the slideshow from the beginning. Let's start with today being April 17th. What is going on? Well, remember the storm on January 4th? All right, major storm coming into California. They called it the bomb cyclone, and 10 feet of snow in Lake Tahoe. All right, February 24th, around 51 days later, 10 feet of snow from Lake Tahoe down into the southern California mountains. It wiped out the drought, despite other predictions. Because of La Nina, it was supposed to be dry in California. That was the forecast, not from Weather 2020 or the LRC. But the forecast from most sources was for dry in California. But instead, the drought on the bottom left map, you can see, gets wiped out on the bottom right map. The same thing happened in 2016 and 2017. So, where are we right now in the LRC? There's January 4th. There's February 24th. Is it any shock that today, look at this storm on April 17th. It looks awfully similar to January 4th, 2 cycles ago. Pretty amazing. That's cycle 2, cycle 3, cycle 4. The pattern is right on schedule. We showed you this in our last report for the whole United States from our patent pending model. Above average temperatures expected between now and July 4th over the eastern third of the country, and the continuation of the cooler than average conditions over the western part of the United States. And here is the updated forecast from now to just June 20th, to the beginning of summer. For the rest of spring, much below average temperatures still predicted to be up in the northwest around North Dakota, South Dakota, much below average temperatures. Above average temperatures in the eastern Corn Belt, extending from Indiana and Illinois back towards Missouri and Kansas. And these are the wet and dry weeks, beginning with today, this week. And this past week has been fairly wet. And notice how it may dry out a little bit, and that could allow for it to dry out a little in the northern plains where they need it to be able to even think about planting. And then the wet weeks are due in June, as you can see in here. These are the end of May into the 1st of June. We do expect it to get wet. So again, this is total precipitation with the bullseye of 16 to 19 inches of rain over, it looks like southern Minnesota, northern Iowa, and that's in the 140 to 160% of average precipitation range. That Arctic Oscillation is dipping negative right now as we speak, forecast to get down to -3 or so, and so is the North Atlantic Oscillation. When these dip negative, blocking can form. And look, by Saturday, April 22nd, a block is forecast to develop over north and west of Alaska and over Greenland. This will be influencing the pattern of the United States, and yet it's still the same. These blocks have formed in the next few days. They're forming now, and yet you see this trough right here? Let me show you. Here it is on the right, the forecast for Saturday, April 22nd. All right? But look, back in January, there it is on January 12th. Here's the problem. It produced a crazy tornado outbreak in January on January 12th. 70 tornadoes. So the part of the pattern that produced that will swing across the southeast United States later this week. So we have to watch it very, very closely. So as you can see, there is the same pattern that continues as of this moment. So I will post these maps. I didn't get specific into counties in this report, as I just got back from vacation. As I said, I was in Colorado where it was record-breaking at 85 degrees. Then I went to Lake Tahoe, and cars are still buried under snow there in mid-April. They had a winter to remember. I hope everyone's doing great. We'll update you soon. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll do another update 1 week from now, early next week. I'm meteorologist Gary Lezak.
All right, guys. So that was Gary Lezak giving a weekly update on the LRC. I know it was kind of hard to see some of the photos, some of the graphs that he was showing on the video. I will be posting them in picture format, so you can get kind of a little bit better of a visual showing the wet weeks and the dry weeks as we head into the end of April into May, June, and July. So I hope everybody enjoyed that. Again, the LRC Lezak recurring cycle. It's something that I've been following for the last 10, 12, 15 years. It's revolutionary science that I feel like that it's going to be the wave of the future in meteorology and in the science field for years to come. So they're still working on the research. They're still working on the analytics side of it, trying to improve the model. But just fascinating stuff right there. So let's move over. Let's talk a little bit about the potential for severe weather for tomorrow night, which will be Wednesday night into early Thursday morning. I am going to bring over the Storm Prediction Center. Part of West Central Missouri, Adrian, Harrisonville, Warrensburg, Johnson County, under a marginal risk for severe storms. There is a chance that with the morning update, this will slide a little bit further to the southeast, encompassing more of West Central Missouri. The main threats from this is going to be hail again and strong straight line winds. The tornado threat is going to be very, very small. It's going to be centered around the low pressure system and along the dry line that is actually going to be north and south and actually west of West Central Missouri. So that is good news. I don't expect a big outbreak of severe storms like we had here a couple weeks ago. But there is a potential we could see some very strong, possibly severe storms move in tomorrow night. Tomorrow we're going to have a beautiful day tomorrow. It'll be the winds are going to die down just a hair. 78 degrees for the high. It's going to be a beautiful day tomorrow, and then the storms will probably start to move into the area sometime after 1 a.m. It's going to be another late night wake up. These are likely will be loud thunderstorms, so a lot of lightning will be associated with these. As far as rainfall through these storms, right now, let me move over model representation here. Look, this here, if you notice right up here, where my cursor is, that's Wednesday at 7 a.m. And as we go through Wednesday night into Thursday morning overnight is when you see rainfall really kind of take shape here in west central Missouri. Not expecting a whole lot from this. Right now, the average is sitting at about close to a half inch of precip for most of west central Missouri. If you get underneath a severe storm or a strong cell, it could easily be 6/10 to 3/4. But right now, the average is looking like it's going to be right around the half-inch mark for most of west central Missouri. Now, the next big question, after these storms move through, this is a pretty powerful late-season cold front. So I had mentioned here a couple weeks ago that we need to be watching right around this time frame for another hard freeze. Some of the models back 2 weeks ago were showing 26, 27 degrees for more than 3 hours. It has warmed up considerably. Let's take a look at the latest model representation of lows. And again, take a look at the timestamp here. We're looking right now, Thursday, 7 p.m. This is when the cold front will begin to approach west central Missouri. And as I go forward, take a look at the timestamp, 4 a.m. Friday morning. So Friday morning is not going to be too cold. Looking for a high probably around 63 to 65 on Friday. And then the cold air will start to funnel in on Friday night. This is Saturday, 4 a.m. We get down to about 36, 37 degrees on Saturday morning. We're not going to warm up a lot on Saturday. We'll have some sunshine. There won't be any rain in the area. But it will be pretty brisk. Winds 10 to 15 mile an hour. It will feel a little colder than what it is. As we head into the afternoon on Saturday night, skies are clear. Obviously, without that blanket of clouds over us, we're going to have some radiation cooling, and you're going to see the bottom drop out of the temperatures on Saturday night into Sunday morning. Right now, it's showing most of west central Missouri right around the 30-degree mark. However, I'm not expecting it to be a prolonged time below freezing. Which is a good thing. Looks like I got off of my screen. So, 30 degrees. However, we're going to be below freezing for approximately about 3 hours on Sunday morning. So if you have any fragile plants, cover them up Saturday night. Make sure they're covered. I don't think this is going to be a buster for the farmers. I know there's a lot of corn I see out there that's up 3-4 inches. I just don't think it's going to be cold enough over a longer period of time that we have to worry about it. Because things are going to start warming up after that fairly quickly on Sunday. At 10 a.m. we're already up to 44 degrees. And then we're going to have the high Sunday right around 55. So, pretty chilly. for this time of year, it's below average temps. But we will challenge some record lows on Sunday morning in and around West Central Missouri. So it is something to keep in mind. Make sure don't be like me last weekend and forgot I had the thermostat set below 60 degrees, not thinking it would ever kick back on, and woke up and I think I had to flick an icicle off my nose about 7 a.m. So anyway, and as we go forward, temperatures are going to start to rebound for the week. We're going to be, as I go forward to Wednesday, we'll be back up into the 60s again. And then Thursday and Friday, right around the 60 mark. So I'm not seeing any more freezing temperatures beyond Sunday morning, which is a good thing. But we are going to be back to about seasonal to just below seasonal temperatures, highs in upper 50s to low 60s. So I will be having an update in the morning after the new Storm Prediction Center threat assessment comes out, to see if they move that a little bit more to the southeast to encompass more West Central Missouri. Regardless, I will be online tomorrow evening for these storms as they roll through West Central Missouri. I will be going live again on YouTube. I hope YouTube is coming across okay for you guys. Again, Facebook's been having just horrible problems with connections. I haven't had any problems with YouTube so far. I'm trying to get everybody used to going to YouTube, going to the website to get the link, so that we can have a good live feed for when the need arises with severe storms in and around the area. So this will be posted on YouTube. If you missed part of the video or want to watch it again, I will also post a link on Facebook group if you want to go back and rewatch this video. And otherwise, I am going to go ahead and sign off for the evening. I will be updating in the morning and again tomorrow evening, and I'll try to catch a nap and be up as these storms come through West Central Missouri. So have a great Tuesday evening, everybody.